We are not alone, at least according to my guest, author Michelle Beber, who is certified as a spiritual teacher, archangel life coach, and angel intuitive. And she has written a wonderful book. It's illustrated. It's called Angels, Angels Everywhere. Welcome, Michelle Beber. Good morning.
Thank you.
I want to talk a little bit about your background here, because you said you wrote it's actually written about you. Ever since she was a child, Michelle loved to write, and she went through her life without that creative outlet. She always felt like something was missing, and that something turned out to be angels. And from there, you have kind of dedicated your life, and it's become a passion and in some ways a vocation for you, correct?
Yes, I really feel it was my calling to connect with the angels and to spread their words of love and light to the rest of the world, especially children.
And this is something what we're talking about is the idea that angels are all around us.
Yes.
And that in some ways we have our own angel watching over us.
Yes, we definitely each have at least one guardian angel, probably more like 2 or 3, and then we have different angels help us throughout life with whatever we're going through, whatever's needed, they will come to our aid.
Now, what was the epiphany that kind of led you down this path? Or was there an epiphany, or was it just something that...
There's usually some sort of life-changing experience that happens to people. A lot of people have had near-death experiences, and that isn't what happened to me, fortunately. But I did have what's called an after-death communication, which is when you're contacted spontaneously and without the use of a medium by a loved one, and you just know that you either feel, sense them, hear something, see something. And what happened was I got one of those from my mom, and that's a whole other story though,
Right.
But I think I have written about it on my blog. But that was kind of an awakening to me that there's something else going on. I know that was real. And so I started researching and looking into spirituality and going to spiritual expos and learning everything I could learn about things. And I ended up going to the Conscious Life Expo one year, and Lisa Williams was appearing there, and she's a British medium. They had hundreds of people in the room, and you can't expect to get a reading, but I was hoping, maybe something might happen, and I brought my mom's picture, and I was fortunate to get a reading. And she brought my mom through with her personality. She told me things she could not have known, and that was really my life-changing experience. After that evening, when I had it validated that my mom was somewhere around me, Lisa was having a spiritual retreat a couple months later, and when I went to that, I met a couple sisters there who told me about angel numbers. So it was all this sequence of events. Then I learned the angel numbers, and that fascinated me, the whole thing with numerology, and that the angels were actually giving us messages in numbers. So I started to see the numbers every day on my long commute on the license plates, and I got to know the meanings of them. And then that eventually turned into hearing sentences. And then one day I'm sitting there on the 405, and I start hearing the poetry for this book.
And the book, Angels, Angels Everywhere, and it's beautifully illustrated. Who did the illustrations?
Her name is Susan Shorter, and she was assigned to the project by the publisher that I self-published with.
That's Balboa Press.
And Balboa Press is part of Hay House.
And I just want to give a little bit of a read here, because it's a real easy read for kids. Any child of reading age would be able to enjoy this.
Even a 3-year-old.
Angels, angels everywhere. Some are here and some are there. all they want to do is share their love with you. So there are these wonderful illustrations that go along with each page. And yeah, not only reading age, but you can actually read to children that are younger. You are correct. And this has a whole really wonderful positive message about, as you go through your day, you're being looked over and protected. And I think that is terrific. Now, you're a Valencia resident.
Yes.
And you also are a blogger at heartofalightworker.com.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about the content of your blogs. What do you focus on?
Oh, wow. Whatever comes to me, whatever I'm inspired to do, it's all spirituality related. I talk about my spiritual awakening, the experience I had with my mom coming through and learning about the angel numbers. And one of the blogs is dedicated one of the entries is dedicated specifically to explaining each of the basic angel numbers. I also have some articles about realizing that even our pets can give us signs from beyond and let us know they're there. And I talk about the different signs that I've received from my cats since they've passed. And anybody can do this. We're all tapped into this collective consciousness that keeps us connected to our loved ones and the spiritual realm, the angels and God or whoever you want to believe, the higher power. There is an intelligent consciousness watching over us.
So we are not, again, coming back around, we are not alone.
We are not.
Michelle Beber, it's michellebeber.com, Beber. And is that where they can get the book as well, or is this available in other places?
Oh, and it's Beber.
Oops, sorry.
That's
BEBER.
okay. That's
this
okay.
is AM radio. That's what happens. That's a BEBER.
You're doing great. I just happen to hear that.
Thank you.
Anyway, no worries. It's on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. Right now, we're testing it out in a bookstore that a friend has kindly given some to, and there's a chance maybe it could be in the mall in a little shop if the woman is nice enough to put it there for the holidays.
Well, that would be wonderful. Again, the book is Angels Everywhere. It's an illustrated book for children. It is absolutely fantastic and a beautiful book. Michelle Beber, Beber.com is where you can learn more about Michelle, order the book, and also probably link over to your blog and learn all about you as well.
Yes.
Michelle, it has been an absolute pleasure having you in, and
Thank
best
you
of
so
luck
much.
and continued success.